We are, because when Liam Fray from the Courteeners was growing up, he had his 10th birthday party at Heaton Park in Manchester, and tonight he's going back there, not for a birthday party.
No.
Rather different circumstances this time.
They're going to be rocking the place. The band's going to be performing in front of 25,000 people in a special homecoming concert. And despite the fact the gig has been a sellout, Liam still says that the Courteeners are the underdogs of British rock. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's your throat? You've been coughing and...
Pretty bad. Apologies for that. Yeah.
And you know you're aware that you've got this big gig tonight.
I thought you said you were aware.
25,000 people want
to throat. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What do you? I mean, that must be a bit of a nightmare without wishing to rub it in, you know, especially with a big gig ahead.
We were just talking about that, and somebody brought up Andy Murray and said if he's got a Wimbledon match and he wakes up and he's not feeling great, I was like, I mean, it's not that it's the same, but nothing you can do really, is there?
This is your Wimbledon final.
It's our Wimbledon finalist, yeah.
Now look, for anyone who doesn't know the Courteeners. Let's just remind them what you're about. Here's a single from the band's latest album.
And she's here, and then she's gone, never to be seen again. And then she's here, and then she's gone, never to be seen again. I try not to think of you, but think of nothing else. And if you're out and enjoy yourself, while I hope that you are, but not that much. You checking your phone to see if I carry a secret, wishing and wanting me dead. Do you still think of me favourably? And you do, please say remember how good it was. Even if it's over, please remember the way that we were back when we were young. How good it was. Even if it's over, please recall.
Why have you described your band, the Courteeners, as the underdogs of British music?
I don't know. I suppose it's probably because, excuse me, we've probably done it without, I wouldn't say the backing, or, you know, some people seem to get a leg up, shall we say, whether it's who they know or, you know, who they're friends with or who they've had liaisons with or whatever, you know, they get kind of bumped up the ladder, if you like. And when we turned up, someone stole the ladder. So, yeah, it's just kind of been, and I hate using this word, so organic, you know, or kind of from the ground up, and, you know.
Does that make you more proud of what you've achieved because you feel like you've done it on your own? You haven't come from a TV talent show or from a mate in the record label.
I think it kind of, I mean, it stems from, from the fans, really. And like this gig feels like it's kind of there. It's like vindication for them, if you like, for sticking with us for 8 years.
And these are the fans that have followed you in really small venues.
The toilet circuit.
The toilet circuit, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Because...
most of them smell and, you know, look like toilets. Really.
Right, okay.
You know,
but it's almost like a rite of passage then, if you're going to be the kind of band you are.
Yeah,
and when we hear about old bands in the past, that's what they did.
Yeah, some of them come so fully formed now that they all start there almost, and we've... you know.
Problem is, though, there aren't many of these places around now.
That's true.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
I mean...
they're all being sold off, aren't they, to developers for glass flats and small supermarkets.
Well, so for you being at Heaton Park tonight, I mean, we said you had your birthday there when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what did you dream that one day you'd be on the stage there, that you'd have the whole place sold out? And...
Not really. We didn't think we'd sell the Roadhouse out.
But you sold this out almost immediately, didn't you?
Yeah, it went quick. We've got a lot of friends. Got a lot of friends in Manchester. No, it was unbelievable, really, to sell it out so quickly.
Manchester's been good to you, though, hasn't it? I mean, the football... It's Manchester United that played... Which song was it?
Not 19, yeah.
Not 19, that's it.
So it's when they won when United won the... Sorry, Liverpool fans. When they won the 20th title, and therefore they weren't 19 forever, so they asked if they could use it.
And what did that mean to you?
Quite a lot, yeah.
I take it you're a Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
And the rest of the band?
Yeah. One of them's an Oldham fan, but we don't talk about that.
Okay.
And they asked us to... We played like the parade in St... is it Peter Square? Albert Square. And the open top bus was there, and Bobby Charlton was, well, just tapping the side of the bus, I think. I don't think he was dancing, but he was tapping the side of the bus. So it was kind of surreal, really. So
you've now got this biggest gig of your career. Is this your ladder, do you think? You talked about
Hopefully,
losing your
yeah.
ladder. Is this
Yeah,
the moment where
maybe.
your Courteeners
Yeah.
are no longer the underdogs?
Well, we're on BBC Breakfast, aren't we? So
Well, it
I
doesn't
mean,
get better
that's-
than this.
that's-
You've made it.
That's
You've
one,
absolutely made it.
That's, you know, that's it, innit? So yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, it feels like sometimes like if you stick at it for that long and keep going and whatever, and kind of, you know, we have grafted at it, and I think it's only a matter of time, I think, before people kind of go, oh, actually, yeah, you know.
Who would you compare yourselves to?
Jesus.
That's quite a big
No.
comparison.
Oh,
I
massive.
meant the band.
I don't know really. We take,
If you were to describe
we-
you and say,
but
oh
we
yeah,
take-
they're
I
kind
think
of like...
we take things from different people. I mean, like we love all like the Manchester stuff that's gone before us, but like a lot of quite New York stuff and bands like the Strokes and the Libertines, and we're starting out as well, and we're playing with them in Dublin, so that'll be good. But like, yeah, the Strokes I think were important when we're 16.
Any of those
starting
big
out.
Manchester names able to get there tonight? You've invited Morrissey, is that
Yeah,
true?
well, it's very tough to get in tonight, as I'm sure you know. But
Turn him away.
yeah, I said before in an interview I don't think he can handle the mud, but.
Why did you name yourself after an old car, even though you haven't spelt it that way? The Courteeners.
Well, Michael was just a fan of Italian holiday spots. So it was just like, but we didn't want to get sued off Ford, so we had to spell it differently.
Is that true?
It just sounds like a
Is that the
nice
truth?
word, doesn't it? Yeah.
Is that the truth?
There's a bit in there, but we've never really disclosed like why.
Oh,
why.
come on,
It's kind of
do
a.
that.
It's
You're
kind
on
of
This
the
is your
sofa.
moment.
No,
This is your moment.
The other four would kill me.
There's still
So-
four
And
They
left in
need
the
you
band.
tonight,
So-
really, don't
yeah,
they?
that's it, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
come back tomorrow once the gig's out of the way.
I'll tell you what, we'll do this in 6 months' time.
Okay.
Again.
And you'll tell
Go
us
road.
where the name the Courteeners came
maybe,
from.
yeah.
I mean, it's nice that you say I mean, you're here today, but I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they're having a lie-in. But I
Oh,
mean, you are
absolutely.
very much a group of mates
Yeah,
who started together and will go through this together. I mean,
Absolutely, yeah. We've been friends since we're like 9, 10, 11 years old.
Did they come to your birthday party
Well,
back at Heaton Park?
yeah, I think a couple of them did. But I mean, try and getting them up before 7 o'clock on a school day. No,
They're letting you down.
I know. I'll do a Paddy Ashton. I'll eat me out if they're up now. So yeah, if they're up,
What's your message to them?
Keep it
morning
clean.
lads, get up.
See you later.
Yeah.
Liam, it's been great talking to you.
Thanks very
Thank you so
much.
much. Good luck tonight. Hope the Fray
Yes, good luck with
feels
it.
better.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Cheers.
If you're one of the lucky ones who has a ticket for tonight's gig, the Courteeners are playing at Heaton Park in Manchester.
That's it from us for this morning. We're back tomorrow from 6.
We'll leave you with a scene at Lancaster Priory.
'Cause we're singing, yeah, we're singing.